Some of the very important topics expected for your NET based on the recent happenings for your 2022 examination. So the first scheme is NIPUN, National Initiative for Proficiency in Reading with Understanding and Numeracy. So the idea is proficiency in reading along with understanding and numeracy, and this is based on the foundational learning. So it is basically a competency based learning with the outcome where the child is able to go to next level, uses formative assessment and focuses on competency acquisition. The next is National Achievement Survey. Now National Achievement Survey is a national level assessment which is done for grade 3, 5 and 8 students for government, semi-government, aided, private, unaided, central government schools. The scores are not provided to the individual students or the schools, and this is just a representative survey to understand the effectiveness of the school education in Indian curriculum. So it is useful for policymakers, educational planners and researchers to understand the assessment pedagogy and the framework, and this gives us understanding about languages, maths, science and social studies. So if we focus on the another important thing that happened recently was the National Education Institute Reservation and Teachers Cadre Bill 2019. So 7,000 vacancies would be filled, 10% would be filled through EWS, and there would be representation of SC, ST, EWS and EBC section. University would consider 1 point based on the 200 point rosters, and that is for specifically for the economically weaker section. The next is Sarthak. Now Sarthak is the student and teacher holistic achievement through quality education, and under the new education policy these are the 17 topics that have been given, which focuses on early care, foundational literacy and numeracy, which is the base for NIPUN, the competency based learning, understanding the dropouts and how it can be controlled, the pedagogies in the school, the teachers, inclusive education, learning for all, focusing on resourcing, accreditations of school, teacher education, vocational education, adult education, promoting the art, language and culture, use of technology, digital education, affordable and quality education, and finally its implementation. The next is the Pragyata. Pragyata is guidelines for digital education. So there are 7 steps. The first is to plan, review, arrange, guide, talk, which is YAC, assign, track and appreciate. So those are the 7 important steps under the digital education, and then the right postures to sit and attend in online classes have been mentioned. The next is Padhna Likhna Abhiyan. Now this is a new scheme for adult education in India which has been approved by the central government and has been brought with immediate effect. The idea is to promote basic literacy levels, specifically among the aspirational districts. The target is to complete the basic literacy course in a period of 4 months. The program would cover both rural and urban areas and would have a flexible approach. NCC, NSS volunteers would be part of it. Along with that, Manrega workers, the people involved in other schemes would also be eligible for part of this scheme. The next is National Means Cum Merit Scholarship Scheme. Now this is a scheme which has been approved for giving fellowship to economically weaker section of the society. The amount of scholarship is around 12,000 per year, and earlier it was 6,000 per year. The economically weaker section actually starts to have a dropout after class 8. So to encourage their study for class 8 above in class 10th and 12th, this scheme is basically renewed. The students who are eligible must have a family income of less than 3.5 lakh per annum and should be a regular student in the school. The next is National Award to Teachers. Now this was instituted back in 1958, and this is given to the contribution of the finest teachers in the country. The online nomination has started for this award, and again the teacher should be enrolled in a full-time schooling system, and the awards have been rationalized to 47, that is 45 plus 2. so that the prestige of the award is maintained. The next is performance grading index. Now in this, nearly 1.45 million schools, 8.5 million teachers and 250 million students are taken into account. All the states and union territories are taken into account. The gaps are pointed out, the areas are prioritized, and then the aim is to build a robust education system in India. Now how is it graded? There are two categories. Category 1 with the weight of 640, category 2 with a weight of 360. So second category talks about governance process. The first category focuses on learning outcome, access, then you have infrastructure and equity. So those are the four outcomes that have been weighted differently. So in all, these are the outcomes that are to be graded under the performance grading index. The next is Prabandh. Prabandh is project appraisal, budgeting, achievement and data handling system, which is known as Prabandh, part of Samragya Shiksha Abhiyan. The idea is to implement a system where hard copies are submitted and there is transparency and accuracy in the system. Clear decision making has to be taken in case the project needs to be approved. Then is PISA. PISA is the program for international student assessment. The idea is this program is for a 15-year-old child, which is the age when the student is about to leave the schooling structure. It focuses on three important things: critical thinking, contextual learning and creative problem solving. So three pillars of PISA are there, and this is basically to understand the competency. 90 countries have been part to it. The system began in 2000, and the three important areas where person is tested is reading, maths and science, and based on that international scoring is determined to understand the importance of education system. The next is PM Poshan Abhiyan. PM Poshan Abhiyan ensures nutrition with education. So farmer, producer, organizer and women self-help groups are encouraged to be part of it. Then you have Tithi Bhojan, which is additional nutrition through community participation. School nutrition gardens, social audit to be made mandatory, and special nutrition for aspirational districts to be provided. And the last important topic is the Agnipath scheme for recruitment into army. So those are some of the important topics from your school education perspective. We'll be covering important topics, expected topics for your higher education before your NET 2022 in a separate lecture. Stay tuned. Have a wonderful day. Please follow the links below for more information.